Welcome back to my channel. Deconversion, the process of losing one's faith in a religion. The number of people leaving religion is growing each day, leaving people adrift in the middle of the ocean. Their unsinkable has sunk, and they lay freezing on a door with the cold grip of their former selves holding on like dead weight. Jack, I will never let go. And then she lets go. Hit the road, Jack. As any normal person, being in a state of instability is unbearable. They search for some sort of solid ground, whatever that may be. Some make land in the ports of atheism or agnosticism or some sort of ideological system. Others, like myself, are a little bit more weary of those types of groups. You know, after leaving religion, trust is kind of hard to come by, and would prefer to spend time assessing their situation and what they actually believe before making any sort of black or white statement of their allegiance. Look at the social media of any number of these deconverted people, and you will be slapped in the face with any number of memes or comments of hatred towards their formal religious group or the members of it. They even sometimes preemptively attack possible critiques of their position. Take, for example, the throw the baby out with the bathwater comment. You know, don't throw out everything from your past and religion as bad, because there must be some good things, like a baby. I just realized that if you take that literally, it's very dark. They say, don't think that you learned anything good from your religious past, or those horrible people will have something to hold over your head. It's a shame, really. It's an indisputable fact that a part of who we are came from the environment of our childhood. So we shouldn't think that we are just miraculously good people now in spite of our past. Give credit where credit is due, says a random proverb. I don't actually know how true that is, but gratitude is definitely a lost art in our time. And what takes its place is some justified rage. Coming out of religion, I have ample material to use as fodder for the flames of my hatred towards God and the community, the priests and the members. Heck, I could even make up some. It doesn't matter. I could live with a clenched jaw and shake my fist at them and blame them for my current situation. I could. And what's funny is that a lot of people won't even bat an eye at me because it's what's expected from someone like me in my position. I would probably gain a lot of followers just following that current. We could all just sit and brood and hate together. But alas, I don't. It's kind of like that famous situation. Are you a drunk because of your drunk parents, or are you sober because of your drunk parents? Now, I get it. I was effed over by some jerks wearing black robes and a white collar. It creates resentment and bitterness. It's funny because my instinct before was to look past the human condition of my superiors, which was just a way for me to maintain the toxic relationship and environment and to suffer more and more under their watch. Obedience! I willfully remained chained up. And not only that, I put more and more chains on me when I made the decision to enter religion to become a priest. I thought it was God's will. So I get it. Seeing what happened to me and what I was succumbed to, it does begin to fester within. We do begin to feel this fire growing within us, ready to be set off and directed at any resemblance of our former situation. It's like a survival instinct. We have to shut our brain off to any possible perspective that may result in favorable conclusions of our past religious hell. Instead of coming across as overcoming, of living a new and refreshed life. It reveals a certain necessity to have to spit in the face of our past, to stomp on it, to throw boiling water on it, to tar and feather it, to put it 6 feet down into the dirt and then dig it back up again so that we can... You get it. Usually people who have left religion can give a list of complaints and traumas, and they can focus that into an attack of those ideas, which were the source. And they do that. But what is their intention? Do they do it just to make themselves feel better and justified in their decision to leave? Do they do it just to mock and scorn at religion? Do they want to prevent and help others not fall into the same pit that they fell into unknowingly? Usually the tone of their post says it all. If it comes from a place of anger or concern, or it's just stupid and funny, which is a good enough reason. As these religious, bigoted people see the non-members of their community as worthy of scorn and the fires of hell, so too the deconverts treat the Christians the same. I mean, do these ex-Christian, ex-religious people forget where they came from? Maybe they left, but the only thing that they kept with them was a hatred towards the others. I can say for myself that when I was in religion, I never had any sort of hatred towards people who weren't a part of the community. Maybe a sort of suspicion as to their motives and a sadness that they didn't have the truth that I had. And actually, I still have those feelings. Maybe the truth is that people don't change inside the church or outside. Once an asshole, always an asshole. I know for a fact that there are good and genuinely kind people, both inside the church and outside, and people who don't spend all of their time glued to social media, getting their kicks off by attacking the others. But Francis, you're on social media. I know. But if you look at how I talk about religion and how I speak to people who are religious, I think you'll understand what I'm trying to say. Don't get me wrong, I am sarcastic with people who are sarcastic. And who wants to live in this clenched teeth kind of existence anyway, raging at anything that faintly smells of their past? I will throw the baby out with the bathwater because it isn't my baby. I didn't choose it. I hate it, actually. It disgusts me. And speaking from my own experience, it would be disingenuous for me to act that way. I had so many life-changing and truly profoundly beautiful moments in Catholicism that will sit with me until the day that I die. And I don't want to lose that appreciation. I mean, it made me into this. I'm sorry. Maybe it's my internalized, whatever you want to call it, oppression, manipulation, Stockholm syndrome, I don't know. But when people come to me now and they truly and honestly tell me that they are worried about me and they pray for me that I come back, I choose to see the goodwill and concern in their action. I choose not to look down upon them and spit in their face like they deserve. And as cliche as it may sound to you, I would rather live with love and see love and keep my heart open to any sort of possibility. And I want to share that message with others. Don't close up your heart because of a past trauma. Be cautious, yeah, of course, but don't let your trauma manifest itself in your new life as hatred and disdain. But I don't want to tell you what to do. I just want to tell you that there are other ways, there are other perspectives, but please don't stop posting the funny memes about Christianity. The really funny ones. I mean, come on, that's hilarious. Alright, I think that's all for today. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you thought it was a good video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and you can share the video if you want. I would highly appreciate it. And if you are in the position to monetarily help me, you can go to my Ko-fi page, which is like a Patreon, and you can support me with however much you're able to at the moment. It's going to a good cause, I promise. Putting bread on the table. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!